Hi, my name is Adriana Garner, and this is the video for the George Herbert discussion board for Group 8. Part 1. Read the Herbert poem, The Collar and the Longman, and answer the following. Question 1. Describe the dramatic situation, paying special care to describing how the speaker relates to God at the beginning and the end of the poem. In this poem, the speaker is a priest that is speaking to himself in his mind. He is contemplating leaving behind his role as a priest because it has been too hard for him to bear. He feels as if his priesthood is a collar. Question 2. Given that the poem is written from the point of view of a Protestant minister, explain the significance or connotation of the word fruit in line 17. The word fruit is a symbol of the reward he will get for being a priest, which is referring to heaven. Question 3. The emblematic title suggests a clerical collar that has become a slave's collar, also punningly the speaker's collar, anger, and perhaps the collar that he at last hears. Explain why Herbert would wittily pun on this word, given the thematic content of the poem. How does it contribute to the theme and central paradox? Herbert puns on the word collar as a representation of his emotional journey as a priest. After he had spent so much time as a priest, he began to feel like a slave to his religion, and he began to be increasingly angry. Near the end, he hears God, his collar, and begins to be happy as a priest again. This is all important because there are different experiences he had and worked through for his religion, and he ended up being even more faithful than he had started. This contributes to the paradox being a priest-hating religion because it shows his journey as a priest. Part 2. Read Herbert's poem Love No. 3 in a Longman and answer the questions below. Question 1. Describe the dramatic situation. The speaker in this poem is George Herbert talking to God, who he addresses as love in his mind. He does not believe he is worthy of heaven or God's love because he is sinful. Question 2. In what ways does the thematic resolution of the poem resolve conflicts described concerning man and God in the collar? Why do you think Herbert chose this as the last poem in his collection? The thematic conflict in this poem resolves the conflict of the collar because the man is saying that he knows he is sinful and does not believe he is worthy of God's love. However, God reaches out to him and lets him know that he is. This is the ending because even after all that he did and went through, he knows that he is deserving of God's love because he repented for his sin, and God's love everyone.